my fan's on. Turn that off. Pirate Software is a fucking idiot. Number one, he did not get a job at Blizzard. Okay, let's get that one thing straight. He did not get a job at Blizzard. He worked at Blizzard, yes, but he didn't have to, go through an interview. He didn't put in an application, go through interviews, go through the hiring process, etc., etc. No, 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 no. See, his father worked at Blizzard for 20 plus years and was the basis for one of the South Park villains in the legendary WoW episode, because he was like a cinematic director or some shit like that. His dad grandfathered him in. His dad legacied. Oh my god, I forgot the guy's first name, but he literally goes by Thor. Right. Second, right, his so-called his game studio, because he claims that no. Second, what he did at Blizzard. See, he was not a developer or a designer at Blizzard. He didn't design or do anything for Blizzard. He was a QA tester in IT. Three, his so-called games studio, the games that he made, they were made in the RPG Maker, for fuck's sake. Not Game Maker, at least that has some credit. But RPG Maker, the same game engine responsible for that god-awful fucking Columbine RPG. Get out of here with that. Number four, Thor, as he likes to be called, is illiterate. This cockroach college dropout motherfucker. He cannot read. He has to be illiterate. Because there's no way you could jump down the throat of the Stop Killing Games movement and make up like 90% of your argument. Like, it's so fucking stupid, this guy. At first, I didn't care about the Stop Killing Games initiative. Because, like Robert, we're here in the U.S. Like the Stop Killing Games initiative, it's for UK and EU citizens. What the fuck? We have no horses in this race. So I just, and he goes on to say, oh, it's mainly targeted live service games. No, it doesn't. I thumbed through the FAQ. I didn't read the whole fucking thing because I have better things to do in my life. I just thumbed through it, and it's like, no, the guy just wants the games to be in a playable state after, support for it dies. Which, on that note, do you know anything about the Stop Killing Games initiative thing?
No, but from what you're talking about, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm on his side or not, but because if you're going based off of the idea of because they're trying to move towards more live streaming services, which is not bad because you always could do live updates and patches, but then sometimes servers is down when you really want to play. So there's pros and cons to it. But if he believes that, I believe if I have a game, just like I know I fuck with the Switch because they have their online eShop, whatever, so I could buy these games, right? But I know somewhere down the line, they could easily shut down the shop or whatever, and I won't have access to the digital version anymore. I would want to have that permanent. Some of the games that I really like, I always make sure to get a hard copy too. I might get an e-version of it, but I always save maybe a hard copy of it so I can always just play the original game. Just like I have two different copies, the GBA version, and I have the Switch hard copy version of Mega Man Battle Network. And I got the eShop version. Because I fucking love Mega Man Battle Network.
Fair enough.
But, so if his stance is that you should be able to keep a hard copy, even if you bought a digital copy, in the case they shut down the servers or any of the live streaming on there, then I'm on board with that. But it might sound like he's going about it a dumb way.
No, it's not. The guy who did the Stop Killing Games initiative, he's mainly doing that because when Ubisoft shut down The Crew, everybody who bought that game can't play it. So he's all like, no, any game that comes out, just make sure it's playable. That's essentially, it. So that's the bare bones stuff. The initiative doesn't go after live service or DLC or any of that. It just says if you buy a game digitally, then and after support shuts down, just make sure that the game is still in a playable state, that we can still play the game. Which I mean, on the whole, I mean that's fine. From what I read, there are some like I myself have some legitimate concerns. For instance, let's say the game gets delisted from Steam. A good example is uh, what the hell is it called? Eisenhorn Xenos. It's a 40K game where Gregor Eisenhorn has to stop some asshole from getting the Necro Duke. There's more to it, but that's just the bare bones of it all. It was a tablet game before it got ported to Steam, but then for whatever reason, I think the developer slash publisher like requested that it be delisted from the Steam stores. Now I still have a copy. I can download, I can install it and play it whenever. What happens to games that get delisted? Another thing that another concern that I actually have with is which version. By that I mean, do you so by that I mean does the Stop Killing Games initiative apply to original or remakes? Because publishers can argue like, no, get the remake, preserve the remake, fuck the original, and even then, like, what version of the game? Oh, Doug, just the latest version. Yeah, you can use the latest version. I get that, but like, there are those that actually want the
Older version
yeah
that might be able to exploit. Because like with Counter Strike 1.5, 1.5, 1.6, and
yeah
so I would want them to be like, if they're like you said, if they're gonna delist it, I'll be like, they'd be like, okay, we're gonna delist this in X amount of months. So like you have like X, let's say 6. In 6 months we're gonna delist it. You can get your copy here, and it'll be a compilation from the latest update and all the way to all the different updates they have. So you can download all the different copies.
yeah, and
And
that's
then you can just play it. And then it's up to you.
yeah
Like if you delete that copy, there's not gonna be another re-download. Like this is on they're basically putting it back on the gamer's hand, like, here you go.
yeah
If you lose this shit I love substance.
yeah. And even then, like, because and there are those that actually are like clamoring for the OG experience. Take for instance, Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption, even Cyberpunk 2077. When those three games first came out, they were riddled with all manner of bugs and glitches, and there are people that still want to see that. They want to play through that. They want those experiences. So there's a, and the other thing that you literally brought up was another concern I had. You said CS 1.5. What about mods? Keep in mind, CS was a Half-Life mod when it started out. Same goes with League of Legends. I mean, there are popular. There are mods that are super popular. Fallout London, for God's sake, put Fallout 4 back on the goddamn map. Not the series, arguably more so than the Fallout TV show. Um,
Yeah,
just,
because I know there was on there was on the fucking what was it on 1.5 CS 1.5. Then a mod we had the superhero mod where you could Flash, get Morpheus,
yeah,
get all that other stuff, and those were fucking fun as fuck. And it kept track of your level upgrades and everything, so you could keep going. Raise crit, keep going. Eventually, you get up there where you're like, oh, now I got Wolverine, so I'm auto healing. I
mm,
got Morpheus, so I get free 2 machine guns,
yeah,
unlimited bullets. I got Daredevil, so I can fucking see through walls. Like they were fun mods, but like 1.6 took out all those fucking shit, and so
the
not really sure. But like, yeah, if you're into like preserving those mods for specific versions, I'm down for that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like the mod, because the Stop Killing Games initiative, I don't think it includes mods, which is especially because like I'm a big when I still love Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 10v10. You can either play as 10 survivors or 10 special infected. Both sides had RPG elements, and it was frantic as hell, and it's super fun. So I'm just like, are those going to be included or whatever? But again, I didn't read the whole Stop Killing Games initiative because like I don't have a horse in this race. I'm not in the EU or UK, and Cali actually did adopt some laws addressing the whole crew situation by because come January of 2026, all games that are listed, legally speaking, you cannot, like, companies can't say you don't own the copy. You actually have to have a thing saying you are licensing the copy, not owning it. So, yeah, there's that. And for that useless piece of shit to go on and saying, like, oh no, it's about going after live service games. No, no, they don't. And then like, I can't believe he calls himself Thor unironically. This guy talks about, like, how it's impossible to keep, games always online if you give it to the community. I'm like, no, it isn't, because who made City of Heroes? Was it NCSoft? Anyone remember?
No, it sounds right.
Well, either way, the developer behind the developer behind City of Heroes went over to this group of people who famously kept the MMO alive, and rather than giving them, like, rather than telling them to take it down, they gave that community, like, all the source code, the licensing agreement, etc., to just say, dude, City of Heroes is now yours. Thanks for keeping it alive. You do you. You do what you want. It's yours. And, like, they've been keeping it up and running forever. So private servers, they're a pain in the ass, but, like, it's not going to be super. Well, no, server rent is expensive. It's just that there are people willing to pay the cost. And and the thing is, what really pisses me off is when he was actually called out for all of the lies and misinformation, he still doubled down and refuses to speak with the guy that made the Stop Killing Games initiative. And I just don't, like, why are you? I mean, I get it. You're retarded. You're full of yourself because you, quote unquote, worked at Blizzard, even though it was for 6 months as a QA tester. And that's, like, the lowest of the low in terms of, like, hierarchy. Everyone makes fun of QA testers, and everyone looks down at them, rightfully so. They're fucking idiots. But
See you later, turd nuggets.
but anyway, so the only like, oh, Doug, you're just you're saying that you're just all in for Stop Killing Games. Number one, I just voiced my concerns about it, even though I really don't care about it. But if there was one thing I'd make fun of on both ends, like Pirate Software and the guy that I completely forgot the guy's name who came up with the Stop Killing Games initiative, is that those are two of the ugliest white people I have ever seen, and that is saying something, because Gary Busey exists. I mean, the dude who made the Stop Killing Games initiative, I think he's got, like, long hair, but he has a receding hairline, so he kind of looks like that creep. And then you got Thor, a Pirate Software, who makes games in the RPG Maker, and he claims to be a legit developer. When RPG Maker, get the fuck out of here with that. First of all, you look like Tommy Wiseau if Tommy Wiseau went on, had anorexia. And and if you're wearing that hat when you're playing World of fucking Warcraft, it makes you look like a fucking idiot. Like, at that point, you have to be punched in the face. You have to be punched in the face. But then you got, the creator of the Stop Killing Games initiative, who thinks he can pull off a beard. And man, brother, you gotta shave that. If you look them up right now, you're gonna be like, my God, these are two of the ugliest white people I've ever seen.
What's her name? Look it up.
I don't know Pirate Software. That's his company / stream handle, and his middle name is Thor. He goes by Thor. As far as the Stop Killing Games initiative guy, I don't fucking remember his name.
His name is Pirate Software Jason Hall.
Yes.
Oh my God! What, like he looks like he's like an angry lesbian auntie from the fucking 60s.
Wow. Jesus.
With his cut and his haircut. Oh my God! Like honestly, at this point, he might have a good stand-up career. He has a face. If he's just out here bitching, I could see him getting a good following. Maybe give Joe Rogan a run for his money.
Dude, at least Joe Rogan's beefed up. Like he can punch. If he punches Thor in the face, he's broken. Like the dude's gonna be shattered into like a billion pieces because he's just that scrawny. As far as the other guy's concerned, man, let me put. Because again, I never cared about like the initiative, or nor did I care about the drama until Philly D and Moist Critical actually played clips of the Stop Killing Games Initiative response video. And if you hear that guy talk, I'm like, dude, that's your voice? No wonder you're still a virgin. I mean, like, Thor probably lives under his parents' basement. I mean, there's no way he's gonna get laid. But the other guy is just all like, he's literally like, no, that's not what the Stop Killing Games movement is all about. I don't care
The
if you.
father, Ross Scott.
Is that what?
Is it Ross Scott?
I think so. I think that's his name. Actually, yes, it is his name.
Oh my gosh! Like he looks like if I came down an alien ship and I came down and saw this guy, I would be like, so which college did you fill out of? Clown college or magic college?
Yeah, man. I mean, oh my god.
Like it's like you lost so much hair on the top. You need to shave your head off. You need to go bald. Like what are you saving here? I don't know. Like it's like a worse version of the mullet. It's like party in the back because everyone else left, and you're trying to keep this going.
Yeah, yeah. But I.
And it looks like he's trying to be like a pseudo villain with his goatee, but it's like I can't get off the back of your head, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, like, just shave off your head, go bald, go with the goatee, and do like a spandex uniform. I will have slightly more respect for you.
Wow. Look, man, like Ross Scott. Wow, I was gonna call him Rick Scott.
Ross Scott, another Ross that everyone hates. Yeah, I'm talking about you, friends.
Yeah, Friends is stupid. Anyway, Ross, like, look, for what it's worth, I like the idea of what you're doing, but there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be hammered out. Granted, you could take what I said with a huge thing of salt because I didn't read the whole thing. I just thumbed through it. But
He might have points. I think he has an issue of like right points, wrong messenger, bro.
wow, yeah, because of the looks.
Yeah, no, it's like you want to read it and you read it, but you see the person behind it, and sometimes it's like during notification, it's like, yeah, I know this is the right thing to do, but I do not like this guy.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
agreed.
and it's like, and you feel dirty being on his side.
Mm-hmm. Amen, brother.
Like I feel like if I had like a big social marketing brand behind me, as soon as I take his side, next thing I know, he's the next Diddy in a trial somewhere with like hundreds of bodies and women like behind him. Like I just feel like,
Yeah, we'll talk about the Diddy stuff for Demo Crazy. Believe me, oh man, cause oh man. But yeah,
oh, that was so ridiculous.
oh yeah, I want to take that.
And I'm not talking just about the verdict. I'm talking about the people outside. Like, okay, yeah, we'll talk about it.
Mm. So, Ross Scott, for what it's worth, and the other. Oh yeah, no, there's another uh, uh, kind of concern that I have. Cause what about level editors in general, right? Cause or slash browser games. Those do those count? Like because think about browser games. Think about the browser games, right? We're talking like Newgrounds, itch.io, Flow Labs. Those are some of the big names when it comes to like just browser and flash games. Do they count? Should they be, do they meet the criteria? They're video games. They shouldn't be killed, but a bunch of them are. So they should be preserved. And with level editors, like Little Big Planet, Dreams, Unreal Engine, etc., etc. I think those should count. Godot, Unity, despite the fact that I hate Unity, RPG Maker, despite the fact that I have a strong hatred for RPG Maker, because that's the RPG Maker. I mean, for fuck's sake, it has the Columbine game. That fucking stupid engine spawned the Columbine RPG. Like that stupid fucking game. Um,
I mean, wouldn't it be easier? Maybe instead of investing in this movement, whatever, they invest in like how some people make like handheld games or for emulators, right? Why don't they make like an emulator that you can easily download these games that you want to save and play it at your own leisure?
well, the thing is, making emulators are illegal.
Okay, well then that's a politics thing. They could fucking deal with that. That should be the movement you keep moving, like something that you can actually get a bill signed on.
I
These
mean,
oxygen, all these oxygenarians and old people on there don't know shit. You just tell them this is hip with the youngins, and like, oh, cool, I'm gonna die in this fucking seat. Yeah, and
I
they'll
mean,
gladly
I
sign along with this shit.
look. Officially speaking, I cannot advocate for emulation because as the CEO of Mad Hen House and all that shit, for me to state that is illegal. I can say unofficially that if Ubisoft, because Ubisoft did say consumers are happy they don't own a product when they were talking about the crew shutting down. Um, Ubisoft, and I say this unofficially, Ubisoft shouldn't get mad if people steal their shit. That being said, because
Cause they be soft.
hmm?
I think cause they be soft.
Yeah. The thing is though, because I still can't get over DRM. They really should get rid of DRM as a whole. DRM, if you're
Oh,
getting
I know you said DDRM, like the ancestral release machine.
well, I mean, there's another concern right there because I didn't even think of DDR. Now that you bring it up, and Guitar Hero,
DDR, Step Mania. Anyone play Step Mania on the
it
computers?
yeah, but not only that, I'm just saying, like those games as well as like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, they all have licensed music. How the hell are you gonna wiggle around that and for game preservation? I mean, that's just what the how are you going to wiggle around that? Because those are actual music from actual like composers, and like they can easily say like, why would I want this to be preserved in video game format when all my stuff is already preserved? No, fuck you. Like I don't want it on the I don't want people playing this shit like 50 years down the road or some shit. So there's that. um but whatever. Anyway, so like it's just DRM is so stupid. Like it really shouldn't exist no more because like if your game isn't jailbroken after 2 weeks, then you should count yourself lucky because hackers will be all over that. They're still for the record, like Nintendo's having some success with people trying to jailbreak the Switch 2 to try to make emulators for it by bricking them. Because the Switch 2 gets brick. If anybody tries to jailbreak the Switch 2 is auto bricked, and I think their account's permanently blocked or whatever. But eventually, Switch 2 is gonna get emulated. That's just a thing. They really should stop trying to DRM. DRM is so fucking useless. Oh my god. But it is what it is. We live in this kind of climate. I mean, corpo greed is so fucking rampant. Just look at what Microsoft did. Did you hear about what Microsoft did?
Which time?
With the 9,000 people laid off?
Yep. It's over
Yeah, it was
9,000.
like 9,000 laid off, but they're asking for like 1,400 or something H1B1 these are the people to be approved on it. And then like I went to Reddit, saw some stuff, and I saw some people who either obviously work for Microsoft, might be the PR, it might be like a white knight, whatever. And they were trying to explain it's like, well, you don't know because like some of them was just people who want the snuff, and they're like a lot of them are really H1B1 people that they didn't think were good enough on a thing, and it's like, okay, like if let's say I believe you, so then why are you adding more than you're subtracting? I it seems kind of like a lie, right? Like,
9,000, over 9,000 employees, a bunch of studio closures, a bunch of cancellations. For instance, like Perfect Dark, the reboot, that thing was in like development hell, going through so many developers. I think at one point Crystal Dynamics had a go at it, and they had a pretty good Summer Games Fest showcase. That got canceled. Everbright, which was the brainchild of one of the OGs from Rare Entertainment, who worked on everything. I mean, this guy worked on everything: Banjo Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, like just a bunch, like Sea of Thieves, like just a bunch of like high profile Rare stuff. After he found out that Eventbrite was getting canceled, he left. He straight up left, and they wanted him to stay there, and he was like, "No, fuck you." And a bunch of unannounced games were getting canceled from Bethesda and stuff like that. And people were just blaming. What pisses me off is that people were blaming the mismanagement of leadership. I'm like, dude, no. A lot of the games that you wanted to work didn't work. Have you seen, like, take Doom: The Dork Ages, right? Um, that to say that game underperformed is a fucking understatement of the fucking century. It never it couldn't even touch the numbers Doom Eternal pulled in when that game launched, and there's a good reason for it. I mean, like, number one, it's a boomer shooter. I mean, read the room, dude. Like, a lot of people are tired of boomer shooters. Two, like, they were saying like, oh, this Doom is gonna be story focused. I'm like, guy, dude, when has Doom ever been story focused? No one wants to play a story themed Doom game. I mean,
I still don't know the plot of Doom to this day.
exactly. There doesn't need to be a plot.
And like I was dropped off in some scaly fucking lava pits, warehouse, whatever. Scary monsters gave me a gun. It's like Duke Nukem. Don't know the plot of that game. Wolfenstein. Don't know the plot of the game. Although based off the name, probably Nazis.
Exactly. Well, yeah, but at least because like I actually have Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal on my Steam account. Like I actually did a Let's Play of it with Captain K, and then I stopped because Doom and Doom Eternal, they had the same. I hated the resource management. They intentionally give you low ammo so you could use guns that you don't like, and they give you a shitload of abilities, and it's just all like, okay, fine, I get it, but I'd rather just use the guns I personally like. And Doom: The Dork Ages. Ooh man, people who
Wait, didn't they have a movie? They came out with a movie, right? Where they did that Doom thing,
yeah.
where they went to space and the inmates and shit on there. Yeah, see, knowing that plot, it's gonna ruin that shit. Like, it didn't even make sense to me.
Mm,
It's like I'd rather just be like, here's some monsters that got released or aliens got released, and we're just killing people. Like, that's what we're doing.
mm.
Like, right? Like, start me off here, give me gun upgrades, give me cheat codes that give me unlimited bullets and better gun upgrades, and I'm a happy camper.
Exactly. Oh, Doug, you're using Doom as the crux of your argument. Really? Do I have to mention Starfield? Jesus
It's like,
Christ.
I'm gonna sing a Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
You know
It
your
worked
game.
for girl. It worked for girl.
You know your game sucks when the modding crew that's responsible for some of the best Skyrim mods. I think it was called Skyrim Together too. They didn't want to touch the game because they were like, this game fucking sucks. Everybody shat on Starfield, and for good reason. Good lord. They were like, oh, let's wait for the update, the expansions and stuff like that. Guess what? No matter how much you polish a turd, still gonna be a turd, dude. I mean, you say what you want. No Man's Sky that pulled a 180. Cyberpunk pulled a 180. Same goes with Skyrim, with all the glitchiness. But at its core, Starfield that game was just fucked. I mean, what are you gonna do? An endless universe, but with like a handful of populated planets. You think you could really get away with something like that? No. Todd Howard's a goddamn moron.
I was like, what do you think you're a Kotar?
Yeah, and even Coder didn't have. Did Coder
I
have?
mean, they're coming back with an expansion for Kotar. It was Kotar 2 that they didn't finish it, but it was still a masterpiece without finishing it. The back half was
I was
like,
literally like, you can't go between planets in Coder, right? I only played.
yeah, you can. There was like five, on both of them, there was about like 5 to 6 different planets. I mean, I think it was like 5 planets, but then sometimes you had events where it was like might be outside in the planet's orbit, like in a planet field or whatever. But yeah, once you get started and you travel the maps, you could choose kind of your own adventure and go to each planet
Okay.
and then do it, or then get back on the ship and then start another one. So you can do it for both Kodars. And they're doing an expansion to Kodar. I believe it's the first one. I don't know. They said expanded to Kodar. They should have kind of clarified which one,
Yeah.
whether or not it's with Revan or after Revan.
Well, I know they're doing a Coder remake, and that is. Yeah.
No, no, that got scrapped. I
Oh
think they
shit.
were going to try to do that, and then like, yeah, that's not going to work. So they're doing expansion instead.
Okay. Oh man, poor Jesus. Coder games in development hell. I don't understand. Like, I can understand, some games being in development hell. Metroid Prime was one famous example. I'm still iffy on whether or not I want to give praise to it because I heard after hearing all of the horror stories that Retro had to go through, like Nintendo scrapping all of their builds, scrapping it, telling them to scrap everything and restarting from scratch. The then president of Retro Studios couldn't take what Nintendo was doing to them, that he quit, straight up quit, because he was so sick of Nintendo basically having their hands up their ass. But at the end of the day, you look at Metroid Prime. I mean, that game was in development hell, but that game was great. Like, Perfect Dark didn't have any reason to be in development hell. Because Perfect Dark, how are you gonna fuck that up? Like, Everbright or Eventbrite or whatever the fuck that game is, I can understand because you have like the one of the OGs of Rare, and they're just like, no, this needs some time to simmer. We need to properly flesh this out. And but like, how does Coder get in development hell? The blueprint was right there. It was all right there. You had Coder 1. You could just long play that shit and basically replicate it. Granted, you could probably do without the turn-based combat because, code turn-based combat. Ugh. But, like, you just need to redo that. I mean, what the fuck? that game had no... That game had no reason of being in development hell. None. None.
It usually always comes down to money, Doug.
Mm.
It's like someone backs out stuff. They use a lot of people underselling their projects, and then it goes way over budget.
A lot of... Oh, man.
And
Oh, man.
and they only did that because they might have thought, like, bro, like if we undersell it, when they see it, they'll realize how much of a ganger this will be, and they'll give us more money. And then a lot of times, no, it's wrong because shit at the top, they're just fucking idiots who shift around. Even though they fail at one other enterprise, they get paid out and go join another one. It's like a 3 year circle, 3 year cycle with all this shit. The same reason, like our fucking political system doesn't work.
Mm.
It's too short. Where if anything gets passed, automatically there's someone else that's gonna come in charge and want to put their goddamn fingerprint on some shit,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. It's such a. I mean, like, I actually had respect for Xbox. Like, granted, like when Microsoft saying, "Oh yeah, we're going into the console wars." I was really hesitant because back then, the console wars you had to pick a side. Well, technically you still do, even though
They did. Xbox had to run on the first pitch when they went against the GameCube and PS2.
yeah.
They had a dog in the fight, and then it just got progressively worse
Well, I wouldn't say
with
because
every new launch. Like they might have got better, they might have better machine wise or whatever,
because
but their game selection, the developer selections, subpar, man.
I mean the 360, like I'll give them credit. I'll give Microsoft credit when credit is due, where credit is due, because the Red Ring of Death that was real, and Microsoft's all like, we need to shell out what was it, like $3.6 billion to fix this situation. If we don't, we're out of the video game market altogether. And they committed to that because think about it, 3.6 billion. That's nothing to scoff at, dude. I mean, like,
No, I had to send back two different systems that got the three ring of death.
yeah. I mean, I was lucky enough to not have a console that red ringed. But even at the end of the day, I mean, like they still committed to fixing the goodwill. Fast forward to today, and rumors are still circulating that they're getting out of the hardware business, even though they just unveiled the handheld. At first, I was like, let them compete with Nintendo. Yeah, competition, that's good. And then I find out that the Xbox handheld or whatever the fuck, it won't play all Xbox One or Xbox like X games or whatever their newest console is. And I'm just like, dude, really? Are you serious? Why would you do that?
What makes no sense? Because, like I said, they shoot themselves in the goddamn foot every fucking time.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they seriously fucking
And
did.
it's like, who's the third hand? It's like, it wasn't like, okay, so it went from fucking Gates to Ballmer to who the fuck's in charge now?
Bill Spencer.
Okay, yeah, automatically, hate the name, hate the dude.
Yeah, no, he was actually
Ooh,
well respected within the Xbox community. So when he was chosen by
not with me, and that's what matters.
okay, you matter most, Robert. Fuck you.
Hey, how well are they doing? Not that well. And then, I don't like them.
Mm.
Correlation.
And people are citing the Activision Blizzard buyout. I'm like, dude, do not touch that. Okay, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Cause number one, they're still like the buyout's still not complete, right? Like they still have to. They're still fighting it out in court.
They're
Or
still fighting it out. They're
they are.
still settling on that shit. Like, I mean, but most of the problems or whatever, it was, I mean, there might be a little friction because of this, but a lot of the issues was way before this Activision Blizzard fucking fiasco anyway. So, like,
I will still say like don't touch that because Microsoft annually makes over like what $1 trillion. So
they
they
make a lot, but okay, but you're basing it off of their entire company, and their entire company is not just this failed gaming platform. They have other shit that was there to absorb a lot of their other shit. Like, so that's why they're able to kind of put this shit in here. Also, kind of like Sony. Sony has a lot of other shit besides just their gaming arm. Like, they have a lot of other shit they can put together there. While Nintendo is basically, yeah, we're all in on this gaming fucking platform. That's why they go so hard at everyone who tries to encroach on their territory for this shit.
well that and it's Nintendo. Nintendo's an evil,
Well,
evil,
that's the
evil
thing, but I'm just saying, like, if you have, like, okay, like, yeah, we're kind of venturing into this thing. Like, Microsoft, if they didn't do Xbox and fucking like 2001, 2, whatever,
hmm
if they didn't decide to fucking venture into this shit, they'd be just fine. They would be totally fine. In fact, they might have been further ahead than they would be right now because they wouldn't have this fucking losing fucking branch in their fucking portfolio that's basically topsy turvy, you
Yeah,
know.
topsy
And
turvy.
then there'll just be Nintendo and Sony fighting it out. And Sony would just be doing his thing, filing lawsuits for other bullshit that they fucking done, and Nintendo will be out there like a dog, just fucking waiting for someone to try some shit.
Yeah. Oh my god. But hey, shut up, phone. I don't want to talk to you right now. Fuck you. Oh my god.
It's totally Sony's lawyers on there saying, "What did you say about me?" And instead of like, "They keep my name out of your mouth," they're well out there with that Will Smith slap or Chris Rock.
Oh man. I still can't believe Will Smith came out with a fucking rap album again. I'm like,
wow. Oh, of course he came out with a fucking rap album, bro. Because this guy, Jada Pinkett Smith is the worst.
He's in the middle of the divorce with her finally. After, decades.
Decades of this bitch keep talking about how Tupac was everything. I wish Tupac was still alive. If Tupac's court was still semi-manageable, I would fuck the shit out of him like I did with Augustine.
Just wow. Yeah.
Remember, she fucked Augustine.
Yeah, because Augustine was friends with Jaden, and Jada blatantly was fucking with him.
Yep, as we called it, it was like entanglement. That was the word.
She basically exposed it to Will on Red Table.
Oh, yeah.
They used it to launch her podcast.
Will's crying at the table while looking at her. That's that scene.
Yeah, to launch her podcast because she has so much contempt for this man. And honestly, I'm just like, Will Smith, you need the Will Smith from Fresh Prince who dogs Carlton to come talk to your ass.
Well, I mean, that's the whole point of the album. He's getting the divorce. The album's supposed to be deflecting from that attention because they both dropped at the same time. He dropped an album, and like 3 days later, they're like, by the way, there's a divorce. And it's like, yeah, he doesn't need the money for the divorce. He's literally just trying to draw attention so it's not like everywhere over the news that they're divorcing. Because you're too busy talking about his music video and like, he lost it and everything. And he'll just slide out of the divorce and be fine. That's what it's for.
The thing is, like, he's doing this, but he's doing it like how Drake does that shit. Like, after fucking Pusha T pulled out his other baby from that French bitch, and he tries to drop an album. It's like, no one's buying that. It's like, you need to be that.
Drop a movie. Like, officially, that's the thing he can do to divert. He can't drop a whole movie by himself. He hasn't reached that level. Oprah ain't hanging with him like that. You can't Oprah make me a movie. You can't do that.
He needed to do a summer hit. Like, okay, he had the Bad Boys 4 fucking shit on there. He needed to. I mean, we've been talking about how they were going to redo a sequel to I Am Legend, and it's going to be based off of continuation of the book where Robert didn't die and the dog didn't kill himself because, fuck that kid, the dog should have lived. That's always been my position.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm wholeheartedly, I'm with you on that. But I Am Legend didn't even follow the book, right? Like,
no, it didn't follow the book because he killed himself. While in the actual book, he actually survives, and they keep continuing. So the second sequel will be based off of if you would have followed the book in the first movie, and Robert didn't die, they would have kept continuing it. And he was supposed to be shooting it, but there's holdups in it, and part of me thinking is like, probably the holdup is probably this divorce and this goddamn fucking album. When it said he should have been dropping this movie. Because then you could have got back to being the king of the summer movies. Dude, you were the king of the summer movies. Like, every summer movie, what's Will Smith going to drop? Independence Day? Cool. MIB? Cool. MIB 2? MI 3? Like, why are we still doing this? Wild Wild West? Secret Stunner?
oh, Wild Wild West.
I'm going to the Wild Wild West. Okay, you had a fucking paralytic with a fucking giant mechanical steampunk spider. What else could you want for the fucking aughts?
Just don't sing that goddamn song, okay? I mean, like,
Wild West.
Played that song so many times.
We're going straight Dude,
like
I know you hate it because it was a Burger King exclusive. I got
Yeah,
those
it was on every
sunglasses.
radio. It was on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was on everything. Shit, man. Will Smith had it all. The only problem he ever made was fucking with Jada Pinkett Smith. Now that's an alternative history. Where's Toon Squad? Not Toon Squad. Where's Time Squad? I need them to change this man's life. Because if he never got with Jada Pinkett Smith, you know what the bonus would have been? We would have never got Jada Smith for the horrible Karate Kid sequel, and we never would have got Willow. I'm the same.
Well, don't forget, like Jada Pinkett Smith, didn't she make a drama about like being a nurse and how nurses were better than doctors or some shit like that? And
Jada Pinkett Smith would have died out after Tupac died and Will Smith didn't pick up her raggedy ass. We wouldn't have to worry about her. Then the next problem would have been getting rid of this Amber Rose bitch. She's a problem.
wow.
I don't know. Bald-headed black bitches are a problem. I'm not sure, but this seems to be the case.
I don't know about hey, not all of them. I can like I will attest. Michonne, she played Michonne on Walking Dead. She's actually a legit chill.
Okay.
All black women are just what the fuck, man.
I'm not sure. I already got two on the fucking docket. Like, damn.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying, I got two on there, and it's like, damn, this is fucking, Amber Rose with Wiz Khalifa and Kanye West, and out here for Trump issue. Jada Pinkett Smith fucking not getting over not being with Tupac anymore. Fucking up Will Smith fucking up our summer blockbusters because he had to deal with those issues. Issues.
You said issues twice without, like, back to back.
Because there's two of them. It's like double twirl in trouble. It's like the Olsen twins before they got ugly, like 30, which didn't make no sense.
Well, I mean, when you have drug problems, what the fuck you get? Of course, you're gonna be ugly and dirty.
But it makes it a problem for me when I'm fucking lusting after them when they were on that fucking like Fox Family show time after time as these teenage chicks. It was like, yeah, they were hot, and now they're not. Itches. They're almost like the Tia Tamari fucking twins from Sister Sister. I forgot which one's the fucking racist married to the racist.
Wait, what? Like,
I think it was Tamara.
No, not Tamara. It can't be.
The one who's on The View. Not The View, The Talk. On The Talk. They all have fucking dumbass actors and names.
Each one has their shows.
Yeah, and the one was on The Talk that had that other hot Asian chick who was from Disney, but wasn't the chick who's married from Macaulay Culkin, although I'll still smash her.
Well, then again, you'd smash anybody.
No, only kind of hot Asians from hot black chicks, a couple of trashy white chicks, depending on what their looks are, and definitely a lot of Latina chicks. I'll be Ice baby, because I'm Vanilla Ice.
Robert Haywood, ladies and gentlemen. That's yeah, he said he won't smash anything, and there's your list. Now all you need is like an Arab, and you have all the colors of the rainbow.
Oh, dude, a nice Arab chick. Oh, yeah,
Lord.
And then, and especially if somehow she's like, her brother is forced in line to a Saudi prince, and I can get that dumbass oil money. Oh yeah,
Lord.
I'm willing to sweat my balls off in Dubai.
Fuck you. I don't need to think about that.
Not willing to give up drinking, but I'm willing to sweat my balls off.
Well, okay, that. Oh God, I don't want to think about that. Hey, at the very I don't know. Well, I don't think you two care about it, but on a lighter note, Edge Runners is getting a season 2. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And I'm like, cool. Hell yeah. Because Edge Runners. Edge Runners was actually a very good series. I thought I assumed it was going to have a season 2, and then everything would be just self-contained. Oh.
Never saw season 1. What's it streamed on?
It was on Netflix.
I do not have Netflix.
Why don't you just go through the channels that I go through? Don't say it's the principle of the matter, because you have none.
It is the principle of the matter.
My goodness, talking about like, oh, I don't want to watch it on this. I'll wait until it's on my platform because I actually what principle?
The principle that I can just do one fucking voice command on my Amazon Fire Stick remote.
Oh yeah, because you're too lazy to type. Motherfucker, get out of here with that.
Dude, I hate typing. Typing's the worst. That's why we don't pay typists.
You literally wrote an episode for Keeps and Cowls. What the fuck?
I ain't gotta type. You know, those you know, I don't know what I like. That's a race of murder.
What? You were like I did not understand a fucking word you just said. You were just
You never heard the song Black Beetle? I ain't gotta type.
So what? You just voice command it?
I voice command everything. In a world where we have voice command, not voice commanding is kind of racist. Or
how?
Voices? I guess voices.
You're just late. This is being lazy, dude.
Oh, I get it. So only white privileged cis males can dictate to their secretaries, and I get a remote control to do it, and I am lazy?
What? Why did you bring that up? Of course they're lazy.
Because you just said it. You just said that's being lazy. So a CEO on a thing, they could dictate to another typist, and they can type it, but they get paid big bucks, and they're doing something. But I'm lazy.
I'm saying those CEOs are lazy too.
You did not say that. You defended the shit out of them.
When?
Just now, when I put you in your place, boy.
Whoa, okay. You're not calling me boy. No, I am legit, like, no. You pull that again, I'm just gonna straight kick you from the fucking call, dude.
Okay.
But, I'm happy Edge Runners is getting a season 2, at the very least, there's that. Man, it just, I don't know what to make of this current, like, fuck Psychic Pebbles. I have no idea who's like, is Psychic Pebbles a person? I think he was. Anyway, fuck Pirate Software. Fuck him. Just fuck him. Just really fuck him. The gall of this man. You insist on being called Thor? That'd be like me, oh, could you, hi everybody, my name is Doug Medhin, you can call me Blade. Like, what? What?
I don't understand, why would you make Thor the middle name when it seems like you wanted to make the real name? If he was going to go by that anyway, like, why didn't you just not have the balls to name him Thor off
because
the bat?
You have to pay for a name change.
Yeah.
You go to court and you have to do all the formal stuff. If you just say, hey, I want to go by my middle name, you just do that. That's just your preferred name. You can put that on your business application. I prefer to be called Thor, and that's not your name. They'll do it because you prefer it.
Okay, but why wouldn't the parents just name him Thor from the get-go? Why?
Because they didn't think they had a Thor. That's not when you are suddenly being called a name like that. No, you decided you need to be called that. No one else said that. God did not send down the message of, hey, you misnamed them. Goose was like, I am not looking at that child until you change his name. None of that happened. It's just you being like, I don't feel like my name's good enough. It's this now.
But so the parents were like, he's called James. James Thor, whatever his last name was.
But see, the way that those quotation marks are, I don't even think that's his real Thor. That's probably not like the birth certificate middle name. That is probably what he put there as the middle name.
Oh, so it might have been like Dorgard.
Middle name.
So it might have been like Dorgard or something, like off of a weird thing. Okay.
It could be something that is more of a like Viking heritage name that has Thor in it, so then he just cut it down to Thor.
Or it might have been like Thoreau, like David Thoreau. So it's
Yeah.
like James DeRoe, and like, oh, that's weak. I don't like that first part.
And then you
So let
just
me put a marginal line here.
So that's what I think. Because most times I've seen people that actually have the name Thor, they just write Thor. But whenever it's I'm calling myself Thor, suddenly those quotation marks are around Thor. So
Well, we are coming close to time, and yeah. So, thanks for tuning into the Slab Lounge, everybody. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can listen to us on YouTube, Spoofy. I gotta stop watching the Game Grumps, man. Spotify, and Amazon Music. Wow. Just when I started recording, I was upbeat and perky because I had a little nap. Now I'm just almost out of energy again. The fuck? Anyway, you take care, everyone. Later on. Boop. Okay.